Hello and welcome, my friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you guys so very much for spending some time with me today and watching this unboxing video. I have a number of Kickstarters and Indiegogo projects on the go. Unfortunately, COVID has really been impacting manufacturing and getting these decks out. So I was pleasantly surprised when I received this deck. I had received information that the deck was completed and that it was going to be shipped. However, knowing that it was coming overseas to North America, I figured it'd be a while. So I was really excited to receive this deck. Unfortunately, when I pulled it out of the bag it came in, I didn't realize what it was until I pulled it out of the black plastic bag it was in. So it's in this nice bubbly pack here. We're gonna unwrap it further. So this deck I ordered it, I think last year, maybe early this year. I can't remember anymore, but I know that it came from China. So I know that they were very delayed in getting stuff out and to us. And part of the Kickstarter program was extra little bits. Those are my extra bits. And then the deck. Don't need that anymore. So that's the nice thing about Kickstarters, is that they do have a tendency to have extra components that usually work well with the deck. So it's really well packaged and protected. It's such a beautiful deck. There's their name. It's called the Neo Rider. The creator of this deck created a number of different rider weight additions with different foils and hue coloring, and that's what we were looking at. I really like the dark black with the gold finish. The creator is known as the Wheel of Fortune Tarot, and I was really excited about the different take on such a classic deck. So I'm just going to set these off to the side for a second, and let's get into this deck. It's been very well packaged, the deck itself, and then also the added bonuses. So you can see the black with the gold. I think it looks very sharp and should come out really well in the camera. Just trying to figure out, there we go. Beautiful box. And then let's pop this out here. So let's look at this box a little bit more. Such a pretty box with the lovely inscription here. And then of course you have the little Neo Rider collection guide. Whoop! And another bonus. Little bookmark. So the book is very beautiful. They've taken the time to add some extras here. I don't use the little book. I never encourage my students to use the book because there's much more that this card can mean reversed than that. So it's a really pretty little book. More importantly, let's look at this here. More stuff. Okay, so the gilding's gonna stay. So it has that beautiful gold finish. So attractive. That's what the back looks like. Let's get into the major arcana here. Just trying to, there we go. So the colors are very bold. It is the very classic, clean Pamela Colman Smith with a lot more definition. That mustardy yellow really pops. It's such a fantastic card. And of course, we have the Magician. This is just another beautiful way of depicting Rider-Waite. There's so many different decks that depict Pamela Colman Smith's artwork. It's no longer in copyright, so people can do this. They've cleaned up the colors. They've added, of course, that beautiful gold. Pamela Colman Smith couldn't achieve this with the type of print that was available. They continue to hold on to Pamela Colman Smith's very iconic signature there, which I think is very important. It adds to that authenticity of the deck. The cards themselves are a nice thick, I like the kind of matte finish. On camera that shows very well because you're not getting that glare that can easily come with some of the very glossy pictures. Of course, that Hangman, Death. The purples are a lot cleaner. Before she couldn't get purple or orange, and we have that distinct orange as well. The Tower, also known as the 2020 card. Yep. Purple. In the usually it was blue. This is a very blue card. It's just a different deviation or rendering of the Rider-Waite, and I'm a big Rider-Waite girl, where I believe that Pam had some amazing intuitive skills, and she really brought that out in her artwork. And then also how it has really supported our community in forming what we have today. I want to say like 95% of the decks are created off of the Rider-Waite scheme, rather than the Thoth or other style tarot. Thoth came out about a decade, or was it a decade or a couple years after Rider-Waite, and it is a very different deck and has a lot of different energies. So more people were able to connect in with the Rider-Waite than with Cowley's Thoth deck. So the wands, getting into the wands here, we have that rich brown, lots of bold green, the green, the purple, the red. So in teaching, for me, this is a great deck so that I have that clear, crisp picture rather than some of the original deck that we have those very hashy sketch marks that were used to create like orange or some of the greens, the browns. So depicting them, like originality, the cards are that of Pamela Colman Smith. That ever so fiery knight, one of my favorite queens, just because she's owning herself. And of course, the king. So if you're not a big classic Rider-Waite, this may not be the deck for you. However, if you're learning, this is an alternative. I offer my students alternative versions, like the Radiant Rider-Waite. So this Neo Rider is another format or another choice that you have. So of course we have the ace, 2, 3, 4, the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. My favorite page. Love the hat. Love the tights. I would have liked to seen these lotus flowers pink, like how Pam had drawn them. They kind of stand out, and it's in that pop that really brings the sass of this page. Of course, the knight. He's usually depicted on a white horse, though, because he's the Lancelot or the Romeo of the knights. The queen, and then also the king. Going on to the swords, which is, of course, one of the suits that we struggle with most as humans, because we're looking at situations and events that occur, and we attach knowledge to those events, those situations. And it's in that emotion that we struggle, not so much with the knowledge. So Ace, she was able to pick up that skin tone, which is missing from Pam's original cards. 3. I would have liked to seen this more with skin tones, or possibly the mosaic-y colors of the stained glass. This looks like a crypt, and it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a knight that is rejuvenating himself in a chapel. Okay, the 5, the 6. I do like how this is very clearly depicted as choppy. Some people miss that in that kind of watercolor. She's got it as white and purple to add to that kind of veracity there. The 7, of course, our ever favorite 8. The 9, the 10. So this should have been more rainbow, if you will. This is a sun rising, and we're missing that color and that connection. The page, the knight, the queen, of course the king, and then finally we're on to that pentacle. And another room. I do enjoy the condom hat. It does make me giggle every time I see it, but that's how Pam drew them. She had no reference to what a condom hat may look like, but we do. It's amazing how pop culture and society changes some of the meanings to these pictures. So of course we have the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, 7, 8, 9. I would have liked to seen more differentiation. They've done some great abilities with adding color and changing stuff up. They could have really pulled something out in this tunic or her dress here. It is very kind of gold and hard to see. The 10, again, it would have been nice for them to kind of pop out some of it, pop out this mysterious third dog a little bit more. If anybody's ever noticed that, there's actually 3 dogs here. There's one under his coat. Page, our ever stoic Knight of Pentacles, our lovely Queen, the King, and then you get the 2 cards just depicting more about the deck itself. This is a fantastic starter deck, if you will, where people can connect into Rider-Waite on a different level, because we do have some cleaner, crisper cards. With this, the creator, so the Wheel of Fortune Tarot crew, they had a crystal connection, which there is a lot of connection between crystals and tarot. So they had a couple crystals that you could select from. And again, very well packaged. I appreciate the crystals being packaged so well. So beautiful. Citrine tower. And then I have with it another one here. And if you like bubble wrap, this is awesome. Oops. The clear quartz. So beautiful. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to cleanse and charge well, the crystals in the deck. And don't be surprised if you don't see this deck come in a reading in the near future. I've had a number of unboxings where the decks are going to be very specific to different things and different readings. It's all about feel. There's energies to each deck and how the artists and illustrators have created that deck. So I just don't use decks for decks' sakes. I use decks that are going to be meaningful and kind of connect into what's happening in that reading. I want to thank you guys so very much for joining me today and watching this little unboxing. Seeing what other artists are doing is fantastic. It's part of how I give back. I enjoy teaching tarot, but I also enjoy supporting our community and creating more and beautiful decks. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. As you can see here, you never really know what I'm going to do next. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss out on any of this amazing healing and insight is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, and support me in supporting more of our community, I have a Patreon page. And yes, like other Patreons, I have amazing tiers and perks, and many of the perks do come with free readings and healings. However, I also have Patreon exclusive readings and videos that I upload just for my supporters. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my friends.